here is a tour of my garden. Walking slowly around, we are passing the bird feeding station, which gives me a great deal of pleasure. And as we progress down, we're going to hit the flower bed. We have now reached the bottom flower bed created by me, and we will pan round and show you the tiny little bit where I've trespassed on the farmer's field, and there are all the pretty flowers there. We are now starting at the newly painted gate. I hope you like the blue. And as I progress up the garden, the shed, or should I say summer house, is about to be painted dark. Little bits of colour around, some nice red tulips, and the bird drinking station, which of course belonged to my mum. And as we pan round, we have a recently flooded, very badly damaged field. Bird feeding station number 2. And as we approach the roses down here, the first rose was given to us by Digby for our golden wedding, and the second one is Jean Kelsey's. Here are a few bits of colour. Got to make the best of the colour because we shan't be able to get any bedding plants in the next few. More colour, tulips. Need to water them. More tulips. And a nice one of primroses. Here we have the willow tree that Melissa gave me for my birthday last year, looking very good. And now a corner that's in shade, a good chance to see my newly painted fence done by Grey. Here we have blue corner, looking quite good, and the best bit of colour in the whole garden at the moment, beautiful azalea. Not sure what this is called, but beautiful contrast against clear blue sky. Once again, this is my creation of a flower bed. Everything should be bursting into colour in a few weeks' time. Fence behind, not painted. And we swing round and we see a rhododendron bush. Upon this trellis is the Mark Cross rose, which met with a nasty accident, but it's starting to grow up. This is a general overall view of the front garden. The lemon tree was the one that Dat gave me, and here's a lovely view. Here is my wisteria, which in a few weeks will be magnificent, but is permanently under threat from Graham with his secateurs. This flower bed should be a blaze of colour, but we've had such a wet winter, it hasn't done its best. Here is a walking tour of my bank, which is very, very hard work. A few bits of colour. As we pass the lamp post, we've got quite a bit of colour down here. Got some tulips out, and my little mini daffs are just probably past their best by now. Last bit, probably the best colour. My favourite, lots of Albrecia growing on the pavement. And behind this yellow plant, I have put in 2 packets of poppy seed. So hopefully a blaze of colour. Another view of my garden in a different direction, and we're still in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. Worked so hard to get this looking nice for the open gardens, but sadly it's not to be. This is a pretty corner. Hope you've enjoyed the tour. And finally my self-grow fir tree, which is now absolutely massive. Finally, here's my contribution to teddy bears in windows and rainbows in the village. Rainbow being done by Heidi. And a few last shades of colour before I can't get any replacements.